Hi everyone, I'm back and I am going to be continuing Sumeru Archon quest. I just gave up on doing Curtain of Bam Bam because I was absolutely losing my mind. And the lag was not helping, and then it being so dark to where I couldn't see wasn't helping either. Like, I could not handle it anymore. But first, before I start with that, I need to do this. Not gonna do that at the moment. Vent details. I'm gonna have to do this probably later. Ooh. I might go ahead and do the... Yeah, I'll do the test runs now. I know my friend is Oh. Okay, I'll wait to do that then.
Where's my...
I can bet you my friend is probably going to be trying to get either Farina's weapon or some of her constellation. Because Farina is her favorite. She absolutely loves Farina. Okay, because I'm pulling for Ryo. I'm doing that. Ryo is the one I am pulling for. And I want to check how much pity do I have right now. I want to look at my pity. Five, 10, 15, 20. No. Only 16 pity. 16 fucking pity. Because, like, I got really lucky. I remember that temple. Like, oh my gosh, I was so happy with that. That temple actually made me want to cry. I was so happy. And honestly, genuinely in shock. I was, like, genuinely in shock from that. But we got Kave out. We got Kave out right now. And Father. Ah, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Let me turn up my volume a little bit. Because I can't really hear it.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you. As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
Well, I mean, you're the one who's done it every time. Let's just get straight to the point.
Oh, that works.
You suddenly became proficient with your greatsword because... And our memories of the day are erased every night. We've lived through the same day many times already, and our memories of the day are erased every night.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Exactly.
Your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
No, it's not.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sumeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
I've thought about that too. If they utilize the entire city's resources, as well as information supplied by the Akasha,
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Dave, why you gotta be a pain in the ass sometimes? You're just being an annoying bitch. You aren't
I can't
listening.
believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time.
Oh, I'm gonna claim that real quick. Patty Sorrow.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
It seems we'll have to abandon this theory.
I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We're not in the real world.
Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
Suddenly I realize that something is strange.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
How come we've never thought about leaving the city?
Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
We should have thought about this a long time ago.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Okay, so I am going to turn the light on real quick because I never turn the light on in the living room, so I'm sitting here in the dark.
It's good to get out and stretch your legs once in a while. People aren't made to stay cooped up inside all the time. Hmm. The ability to appreciate beauty is an important virtue.
Okay, I'm back. I'm mainly doing this because I really need Prima Gems. So that way I can do temples and get my boy Rivesly. I mean, he has been locked away in Fontaine. He's been locked away for over a year. He hasn't had a rerun in over a year.
Nahida, we're back! You're back early today. Did you find something new? Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Have we ever tried leaving the city?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before. We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back? Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it. It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town. Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Maybe this is the key.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
That beep is actually gonna drive me insane, I'm sure.
Our memories are back!
Let's go and try to leave the city today.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Huh? Paimon, what do you mean?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
Another message? From who?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
This is my own voice.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Let's go and try to leave the city today.
Okay, let's go.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
That's bullshit.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
So the Academia don't trust you at all.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls. Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry!
Paimon, stay here.
Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
We need someone to stay and witness the events from this side.
What if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we?
If we leave together, it'll just be the same as before.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look.
Okay.
And please, be careful. Memories!
Let's go and try to leave the city today.
Traveler!
Huh? What's wrong, Paimon?
Paimon would never see you again! You just disappeared! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look!
What did I promise?
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying. Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day!
Why does she have to talk in third person all the time? Still, sorry, Paimon. I won't leave you behind.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world. Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people's different perspectives. After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
You sure that was what? You sure that's what you saw? You sure you weren't zoning out or anything?
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention. What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Yes, I don't even know that yesterday existed.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
You're also erasing the memories of those who leave?
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
Can we leave behind something other than memories?
Something like a message? But how can we send it back? Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at.
Poor Nahida.
Well, okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me. Yep, now we're talking.
Bye, Mom. That was rude.
I'm done. Here you go. What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal? I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node. To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right? Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city. We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
It's worth a try.
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages!
I still think you should stay.
Alright. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
See you tomorrow, Paimon.
Okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Was what I left for myself when I left the city?
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside. Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
Okay, that's actually terrifying.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents. There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Actually, what? It cut off.
Why did the message end right there? What did the Traveler want to say? What are those spaces? Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment. Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message? The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal. After the beep, Traveler said even the final space has also disappeared. Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Real world? Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic?
I also thought human.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day! Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow? Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
Previous incarnation was a part of it. Secret, huh? Give me some time. I need to organize my thoughts.
Hey, where are you going?
I will be right back. I have to go grab my water and see what there is that I can put in on this thing.
Where's my key? Not again.
Okay, I am back, and probably soon I'm gonna go put my... I'll probably make some food later. Not at the moment. Shit, stop climbing. Kami, get down! Bad Kami. No climbing. Oh! Isn't there supposed to be a wall? Well, that was terrifying. And not in a good way.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
The dance of Sumeru? It's that time already?
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
I think I know the answer.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time, we're gonna get to the truth.
I'm coming, Nahida! I'm coming! I'm coming, you adorable child. Well, technically she ain't a child. I mean, she's lived for 500 years. But we don't talk about that. Don't talk about the fact that she's over 500, that she's 500 years old. Nah, she still looks like a child. Nahida still looks like a child. And she's awesome. Because she's the only character that can actually kill someone in multiplayer. No other character can do that.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
Ask away, Miss Nahida.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Hi, Rosie.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Let's see. Not this one?
That doesn't
Nope.
sound right.
Okay.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. That doesn't sound...
Not that one.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia Forest. Except these have no sign of human presence. doesn't sound right.
Not that.
That doesn't...
Okay, good. Didn't think it was that.
The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean?
Not that
doesn't-
one. Has to be this one.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it.
That's crazy.
And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now. Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace.
That doesn't sound...
Okay.
And it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't sound right.
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom. So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it.
Wait. She said... She basically gave away that she isn't really human when she had said... When she literally used the word human. Meaning... She isn't human. But yet again, she's also the current god. Hi, ZK.
Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Yes, and they don't intend to stop there.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
Associate.
can't seem to go.
Is it this? Oh, it was. Dang.
We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more? That doesn't
Gonna just do this. Just
that
like
doesn't
figure out
sound right.
mass productions of dreams.
Correct.
That's what it was.
The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sabzeruz festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
That's bullshit.
No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up
This is
to
just
yet
crazy.
another dream about the Sabzeruz festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues. So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right? Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into. Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything. Alright, last question. Who am I?
Oh, I know. I know who you are. And then I feel like that would be.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon,
the
So I
Archon.
noticed.
She is the Archon. You are Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
Oh, I've done that forever
That
already.
wasn't hard
I've
at
known that for a
all.
long
Even
time.
Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you, is all.
Come on,
Now
shut
that you
up.
mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
But this doesn't seem like a good time.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Why couldn't you simply tell us the truth?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds.
Oh, I
Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
How do the sages manage to keep people from noticing this?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. people have already experienced this Sumeru's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sumeru's festival, they don't remember
gotta grab
anything
something
from
real
their
quick 'cause my
previous
phone's about to die.
identical dream.
It is plugged in, but I need to get the stream back up. Okay.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean? Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendril can a person gain the Dendril element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sumeru's Festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
I'm gonna pick something up. About the side effects of a mass-produced dream.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when? We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them. People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
I'm doing alright, but still congested with sinus drainage. I'm hoping it clears up before Friday because I have UIL for band Friday. And that's not fun trying to play a flute when you have sinus drainage and are congested. Why is the dream about the Sumeru's festival?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence? Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange. The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
This is bullying to Nahida. That's bullying. It's her birthday. Why would they do this? Why would they base the dream off of her birthday? That's just wrong. You don't do that. That's just wrong. That's like bullying to Nahida. Dreams of no human present.
Those spaces remind me of dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia Forest. Except...
Information on the Akasha.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Trust me, it is hard. Past 2 days, I haven't really been playing my flute. I'm just fingering through my music and trying to play some of the notes. But I couldn't really play much because of how congested I was. Thankfully today it's not as bad as it's been this past week. So I'm hoping it will get better and maybe be cleared up or close to completely cleared up by Friday. Cause I would be screwed for UIL if I'm really congested.
That doesn't sound right. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more?
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
I don't have any more questions.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, we have to look into them. How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous! In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
The original Archon. Shit.
Oh, we're out of time today.
Shit.
I'll tell you how to break free
Not
of the
that beat.
Samsara tomorrow.
No.
See you then.
Not that. No.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Thanks, Rosie.
Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
She kind of.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
No. No!
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way! Are we too late? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Oh, Dunyarzad! No, poor Dunyarzad! We were so close!
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear? She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely.
That makes me
The
wanna
real
cry.
Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
That's bullshit.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad. Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet. Nearzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all. Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar.
That's sad.
I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she still...
You are a kind Archon.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sumeru Festival with so many regrets.
Don't blame yourself, Nahida. Don't blame yourself.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone. I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon. Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad. To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible. Great, but how do we do that? Although the Sumeru Festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh?
Huh? So, how should we find that person? Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream. Imagination? What do you mean by that? Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal.
Oh god, no.
Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
So we find the host, then what?
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken. How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker. It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara.
Give me 1 sec, I need to call my mother real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Had to make sure it was
As for me,
okay for me to heat up
during this time,
to make some
I'll
of the
be
chicken
out of
fries,
town.
since I didn't know
Out of
if my
town?
mom was gonna let me.
Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Naida, don't do it.
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
I'm mainly doing this so I
Paimon's
can
still
get
a
the
little
primo
upset
gems.
that we've come this far, only for Dunyarzad to...
Don't think about it, Paimon. Don't mention it.
She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
Just feel so demoralized.
Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time.
Oh, Dunyarzad.
We mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering,
Poor
do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Unlikely. An unsuspecting host would be less likely to realize this is a dream.
Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
The one with the strange getup?
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sumeru's festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
The main reason why I'm doing this is for the primo gems, because I really want to pull for Ryo. I must get Ryo sleep. He has not had a rerun in over a year. When I searched, because earlier this morning I searched up when was the last time he had a rerun. He hasn't had a rerun since October 17th, 2023. Long time if you ask me. That is over a year. Although it's a lot of long-term encounter points. And the number will keep going until Shnashnaya.
Where's my...
I'm kind of excited for Shnashnaya. That'll be so cool. But I'm mostly excited for Natlan! I can't wait to get to the Natlan Archon quest. Let me do this real quick. Damn, I can't buy it yet. Shit! I have to get 1600 though. I have to get 1600. Kave, get down from there. No, bad Kave. No climbing. Bad Kave. No climbing. I don't know why I did that. I'm just laughing now because of it. I'm just saying bad Kave. It's funny. Nope. Now my mom telling me that I have to finish all my history assignments. I'm missing 2 quiz grade assignments in history.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine, just... it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
Imagine your wish coming true before your very eyes.
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay.
Because I hate history.
My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
That's such a sweet wish, but it won't come true.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just
Have my
doesn't
reasons.
seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her.
Rosie, I have reasons. I just hate history, and it's not my best.
I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
Hell no. Ever heard of let the past be the past?
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh.
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is.
He doesn't realize that she has terminal illness.
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival.
Oh, God. He doesn't realize that
What
she's
she didn't
basically
realize
about
was
to
that
die.
I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time.
I fucking love math, though. Math is the best. I hate having to use calculator. That's why even when we're supposed to use a calculator, I choose not to use one. I only use one if I actually kind of need it for saving time.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing.
Damn.
Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Not gonna happen, though.
Please come true.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh. Oh! You're...
Wait, what?
What?
Oh!
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go.
Wait.
Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Wait. Feel like that child looked familiar. I don't remember. Was that what Dunyarzad looked like when she was a child? I think that was Dunyarzad when she was young. When she was still a child. Like, because for anybody who doesn't know, Dunyarzad had a terminal illness. And because of that illness, she was locked up. She never got to go outside. This was the first time she'd actually gone outside, really. She was never allowed to go outside. She was just stuck in her room all of her life. And she had to watch time go by through a window. That was the only thing that she saw of the world, was through a window. Never went outside. She had a sad childhood. That much I could say for sure.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
I won't stop. Like, no. I know. It's
My
sad.
lady, step back.
Dia? Kid?
That sounds like Tia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
I'll teach them a lesson they won't forget. I'm gonna beat them up! I'm gonna beat them up!
But Tia can handle them! Hey,
I'm gonna beat
Trevor!
them up! I'm gonna beat the shit out of them! I get to do what I enjoy doing. Beating them up. I'll beat them all up. No. Take it back. I'm gonna beat them to a pulp. Trying to make it kind of fun.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
These guys to me.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
Leave.
You... Ugh, fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you
You're
got yourself
dead.
some backup. Suit yourself. You're
dead.
going down.
Probably Father, Chongyun, and
That's close
Pasamon.
enough.
My main lineup.
You
Lucky
punchy.
today.
Father, it's your time to shine.
Overruled.
1K with Father. I love my Father so much.
Scanning.
I hit 1K. I've hit. I'm pretty sure I've hit 4K before with Father.
Come at me.
Holy shit!
You
Kobe's fucking hitting 3K?
I'll be back. Following orders.
Oh,
That's close enough.
Kobe's hitting 4K? 3K?
Sight clear.
Aww. I don't remember ever hitting that much damage.
Into the wind.
Ah, got my boy. He's one of my favorite steeds.
Come at me.
You ate that Pokemon. Archon is that strong? I don't remember a guy being this strong.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Yeah, I was. I'm just angry at myself.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this.
That look that Traveler had on her face.
And speaking of her,
She
Paimon
looks
just
so
remembered
fucking
something.
pissed off.
Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up?
What was it that she wanted to pick up again? I forgot.
She said it was because she had forgotten something.
Yes, I'd forgotten all about that.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival.
Maybe it'll give us some clues.
Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
Funny way to refer to it, Paimon. That you're still annoying.
This is the place.
Chewing out Paimon.
It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
It's because I find Paimon very annoying.
Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Paimon enters the room and returns a while later carrying something.
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Should I read all this? I don't know whether or not I should read this. Do you want me to read it? Or should I just scroll through it and y'all can read through it? Yes. I know, but do you want me to read through all of this? Do you want me to just read it out loud? Might be more useful as well because last time I had to do this, I didn't think to go and read it. And kind of failed something. After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written about before the Sub-Zero's festival. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately, so I was hoping that I'd be able to give this to you before that. This is a compilation of folk legends concerning Lesser Lord Kusanali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. I interviewed so many people, but I'm afraid that there are very few who know much about her. Still, I hope that this will be of use to you in your search for her. Gandharvaville's water supply was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to get water. But one day people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again, and some said that a green light was seen near the water source the previous night. Everyone believes that this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. This sounds quite possible. The decontamination of water sources via natural means probably takes ages. Did Lesser Lord Kusanali appear in Gandharvaville then? After Mama passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep. But from one day, I would hear a voice that would chat with me till I fell asleep. A nice lady told me that Lesser Lord Kusanali must have been watching over me. Poor child. I hope that the Sumeru's festival makes him a little happier. This is quite similar to something I experienced back then as well. She is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I'd had a wee bit too much to drink and couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then, when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Lesser Lord Kusanali. She was very tall and had the most muscular arms, but she caught me when I slipped and fell. The next morning I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon that must have been her looking out for me. I'm not sure this one has that much value as a reference. That was probably just a tree, right? These folk records, appended with Dunyarzad's references and opinions, leave every page densely packed.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away.
That's so sweet.
Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sumeru's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sumeru's festival, right?
That makes me want to cry.
If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her.
Dunyarzad, I want to actually fucking cry.
Hey! Where are you off to now?
Like, that actually makes me want to fucking cry. Like, oh my god, that was so sad. The fact that she's gone. The fact that she's gone just makes it worse. It's more painful. Okay, I was running the wrong direction. Jump. Time to jump. Dive, Cubby. Run, my boy! Run, my boy! We don't question the fact that I gave him a sword from a whole nother region. From a whole nother nation that isn't even a nation he's from. He's from Sumeru. I gave him a sword from Natlan. Okay, after this, I am going to go put food in the oven. I need to make my food. I'm getting hungry.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
I'll feel better if I say this out loud. Thank you.
Traveler? must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dinyerzad feels like an eternity ago.
I wanna cry. Oh God. That actually makes me want to cry. Her wish was that when she died, she would have no regrets. But her only regret was not getting to see Nilu's dance. That was her only regret.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sub-Zerus.
I can barely recall it now.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
But she does have
That was what the real
regrets.
Dinyerzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Dinyerzad?
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
Let's go, Paimon.
What? Where are we going this time?
To watch the dance of Sub-Zerus. That was her wish. Her wish was to get to watch the dance of Sub-Zerus. She wanted to see Nilu's dance. I don't want to cry, that's so sad. The fact that she's gonna die, though. The fact that she's fucking going to die.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Like, her fate has
Welcome
been
to the
sealed.
Adventurers Guild.
Her fate has been sealed. Also, shut up, Catherine. That voice line actually fucking drives me insane. I just always dispatch these things. Oh, holy shit, I have way too... I'm pretty sure I have too much horsetail.
Ad Astra...
Shut up.
Thank you for completing
Ad
today's
Astra
commissions.
fucking going to drive
Here
me
is your
insane.
reward.
And so is that. I hear that every fucking time I do my daily commission. I go to claim my daily commissions. Drives me insane. And the same thing.
Sight clear.
Every fucking time, and I hit the wrong key. We're gonna watch Nilu's dance. Turn your side. No, they ain't ruin it. They ain't ruin it this time. They are not ruining it. They will not ruin this.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
You're not ruining Nilu's dance.
How did things turn out like this?
Wait. Nilu hosted the dream? No. There's no way. Is she?
Traveler?
You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste!
Shut up, Paimon. Nilu will have
Wait,
her dance.
they're not reacting! Have they been scared stiff?
They're puppets.
Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this! So they're just substitutes! What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
What's up with those flowers?
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes, the Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Tanyarzad, did you find these? But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how? Yeah. What's going on here?
Nilu, close your eyes.
Huh?
Nah, no way. Nilu is? No way. Imagine that the Grand Sage and his entourage are not here in front of you.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try.
There's no way. Nilu? Please tell me Nilu isn't actually the host of the stream.
Hey!
God
He
damn.
disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise!
Why is it her? Why does that not surprise me? It was a little surprising at first, but now it doesn't surprise me.
Don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
Correct.
But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that? Am I dreaming?
Damn.
Huh?
How'd you come to that conclusion?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzeruz festival?
Sadly, no. Sadly, it's not.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
They do, though. They do dream.
Yeah, But have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon. Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh? Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story.
Turn my volume.
His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. What a happy ending. So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey? Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream. Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story!
The stream should be over soon.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zerus as beautiful as we can.
Please dance your heart out.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zerus.
Isn't this what Neela does in her idol animation? Isn't this one of her idol?
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
I actually need to stop getting so emotionally attached to characters. Wow, that actually made me start tearing up. That's funny. Rosie, you're gonna have to probably rewind stream and watch Neela's dance. Like, it actually made me tear up. It actually made me tear up.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
Head hurts.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zerus festival. The Sub-Zerus festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero samsara?
I remember now!
Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal!
Let's go see Dunyarzad. I hope she's not dead. Please tell me she didn't actually die.
She's not in her room. What happened?
Go to the usual spot.
Huh? What usual spot?
Oh, Dunyarzad. No, Dunyarzad. Please tell me she's not dead. Please tell me she's not dead. Oh God, I swear if she is dead. Please tell me she isn't. Please tell me she isn't. Please, please, please. Please let her still be alive. Please let her still be alive. Please say she's not dead. Please, 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 please.
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zerus festival for us.
That's Nahida. That's Nahida!
I'm sorry, who
Not
are...
Catherine.
Dinner-san! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Dinner-san.
Oh, Traveler Paimon, I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream, and I saw Nilu performing the dance of Subzerus.
That's chapter 3, act 2 completed. Probably I'm gonna have to put you up for a minute. I need to activate that constellation for Dendro Traveler.
My latest design's getting there, but there's still room for improvement.
That's not even actually Catherine. I know that's Nahida. I recognize that voice. I recognize that.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Subzerus festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her? It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Oh, Dunyarzad is actually.
How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
Huh? I don't have a favorite bench. Huh? But I don't have a favorite bench. What? What is she talking about? I don't have a favorite bench. Nahida? Girl, you good? You sure you ain't losing it? I don't have a favorite bench. Oh, wait, I think I know where she meant. The bench that we kept going to. I'm sprinting off. Fly, Cubby! Fly like a bird. Why is that so funny? Why is it so funny to make that joke?
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right. After we parted on the last day of the Subzerus festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this, such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long.
Okay.
Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's
Good
control.
night, Rosie. Good night, Rosie. Get some sleep.
Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream. Where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying, but it still wouldn't have lasted for me if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end! Not a moment too soon!
knocked him over. This is truly a miracle.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
For Nahida.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
What's with that look?
You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
Not what I saw in that dream at Avidia Forest.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
Irminsul.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me. Yeah, so you do know! We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria. It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable. A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
That's kind of
We thought it was
suspicious.
from King Deshret. King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
I burned my thumb.
Okay, so what does the message mean?
That's what I'm wondering too. What does it mean?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it. So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain. The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's.
I'm gonna have to skip over those questions. Don't have any other questions.
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the Sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sumeru Samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? why am I here? Do either of you know?
Just gonna say we don't know.
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
Not a good
I
lifetime
see.
on.
Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
That power cord is hot. Okay. Let's see. I can get 2 wishes. I should have saved and not pulled. But at least I have a guarantee. Just for one single primo jump. So I will probably
quite some time
go.
in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Aw,
Okay.
we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Okay, so I am going to end it here. I will probably go and possibly do some of the events so that way I can get more primo gems. But I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye everyone. I am going to